everybody, it is me, Sunny Salcedo, back with another terribly voiced over video. I have a script this time. So, recently, if you guys are watching this video, first of all, it means that I have hit 500 followers on my Google+, and that is a huge accomplishment for me. You guys have no idea how much it means to me that 500 frickin' people like me for my art, because that's pretty much all I post on my Google+. Let's be honest here. So, in honor of this momentous occasion, I am going to answer a few of your questions. So, let's get down to business to answer your questions. If you guys see me just looking over to the right here, my right, probably your left. No, I think it's, never mind. If you see me looking in this direction, it's just because my laptop is there and that's where I see all the questions. Okay, so, first question. May I ask where your home state is? No. No. Just kidding. Yeah. The great big ranges of Texas, y'all. What inspires your drawings? That's kind of a tough one to pin, because there isn't just any single thing that inspires my drawings. I usually take inspiration from a lot of different things, mostly other artists, and also nature is a place where I get a lot of my ideas and inspirations. Pro tip. I say pro tip, I'm not a pro. Tip! If you're ever stuck on like a color scheme or something, go take a walk, look around outside, and look at what kinds of different color schemes that nature comes up with, because everything in nature works harmoniously together color-wise. So, I don't know, maybe look at your neighbor's flower garden, maybe you'll get ideas from there. Who is your favorite video game character? I'm not big on games. I guess if I had to pick one, it would have to be Yoshi from the Mario games, just because I have my own little version of Yoshi that I like to, I guess, kind of roleplay as through a game that me and my sisters like to play called Messages. You don't want to know. On a scale from 1 to triangle, what's your favorite color of the alphabet? 11-4. How long have you been drawing? I have a sketchbook that dates back to 2013, I think. 1 minute. Oh, 2011. But I've actually been drawing long before I started keeping sketchbooks. So more than 10 years is my guess. Best guess. I'm sorry. Who are some of your favorite artists? Okay. So, some of my favorite YouTube artists include people like Ross Draws and Draw with Jazz, Lavender Town, Walking Melons, AAA, Kiwi Bird, and people like that. I kind of gather inspiration from. And actually, those Walking Melons and Kiwi Bird are some of the people who inspired me to start doing speed paints. So, thank you. But I also have a variety of artists on Google Plus that I admire. Such as Fries and Louis Queerart, I don't know how to pronounce that last one, Glamborous King, and Nani Lee. Would you ever eat something gross in front of your crush for a lot of money to buy you anything you like? How much money are we talking about? Think of all the art supplies I could buy. How was your day? Let's see. This is in the future while I'm writing the script, but it will be in the past when I post the video. My day has been pretty great, thanks for asking. If a fictional character could jump out of your TV/book, Which would you want to meet and why? Gee whiz, busting out the big guns, aren't we? Does it have to be just one? Do you have any favorite actors / celebrities you would like to meet someday? No. Doesn't want to admit that I barely know the names of actors and actresses, let alone admire any. What was the funniest moment of your life that you can think of? That, my friends, involves a trip to El Paso to visit family. And everyone knows that what happens in El Paso never happened in El Paso. If you could teleport to one place in the world without having a way back, where would you pick and why? My house. I like my house. I like my room. Have you ever fallen down the stairs and feared for your life to the point that it made you fart? Explain the moment if so. I've fallen down the stairs many times, but I don't think I've ever feared for my life in such a way. What art style do you dislike the most? Use an anime or something as an example. Normally I would say that there's not really any art style that I do hate, but that's a lie, because I do hate just the one. The Dragon Ball style drives me nuts. Why does it exist? It's just so terrible. But don't tell them I said that. That would be mean. I'm not a meaner, I promise. Based on me and your personality, from what we know of each other, what would our fictional house be made out of, food-wise, and what area would it be in? I don't know, chocolate-covered peanuts in Alaska? Do you sleep with a stuffed animal? If so, what is it and the name you gave it? I actually did sleep with a stuffed animal for a very long time. Best guess until I was at least 11 years old. And it was a black and white border collie I got from Build-A-Bear Workshop named Yvette, and I actually still have her to this day. As you can tell by the way her fur looks and the amounts of rabbit bedding on it, she has been well loved. I've actually needed to stitch up her back a couple of times because it burst open. What is something you've tried but will never do again art-wise? Acrylic paints and oil paints. I'm not big on paints, really. I've tried them, and the only one I've really liked so far is watercolors. I haven't used those in a while. I should get back to that. Watercolors were fun. How can you draw freehanded so well? So like I said earlier, I have been drawing for probably more than 10 years. So mostly it just takes practice and the will to want to improve. You can't just get better overnight. It's a continuous thing that you have to keep working on. And books help. Speed paints help. Lessons do help, but it depends where you get them from, because I know a lot of people thrive better as self-taught artists than they do in classes. So it depends what works best for you, really. How do eyeshadow Earl? What tools, except for pro markers, are the best in your opinion? Personally, I like using these Prismacolor Premier markers. It's backwards when I'm looking at this, but I don't know if that matters. They work really well, especially on cardstock. To shade, how I shade with these, mostly I take the lighter color, and then I take, wait, this is the lighter color. I take the lighter color and then go over it with the darker color, and then I use the lighter color to kind of blend it in more. I don't know, maybe I'll do a tutorial on that someday. I'm not too confident in my markering skills right now. But yeah, that's how I do it. But it really, there are a lot of different techniques to shade with markers. So experiment, find what works best for you. What is your favorite thing to draw and why? I really like drawing expressions, in case you couldn't tell from my artworks, just making people abnormally happy or like distressed. Just working with the eyes and the eyebrows is my favorite part. I don't know why, so don't ask. Except that you did ask. Ooh. Next question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 7. Woodchucks like the number 7. What is your idea of a perfect vacation? Staying at home with my family, traveling with my family, traveling to visit family. I really like my family. My family's awesome. Who is your favorite character in Art Block? I can't pick favorites. Don't make me pick favorites. They'll get mad at me and then they'll yell at me. It's totally Mel. Well, this concludes all the questions that I have in my Q&A, unless people ask me questions after I film this, in which case you're too late. But no, seriously, if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And feel free to like, subscribe, share my video, do whatever the heck you want. I don't freaking care. And I guess I'll see y'all in the next video. Sayonara. One more thing before I go. I have a friend who's been bugging me, asking to hear me sing. Yeah. This is for you, buddy. You made me do this. Yeah, this all that time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, beauty and the beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, just as sure as the sun may rise, till it's old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast. Happy now, bud?